Field goal to make it 3-0. Ohio State came back in a 53-yard pass play from Schleister to Williams. Had first and goal at the 2 of SC, and SC stopped them on a marvelous goal line stand. And then a 53-yard touchdown pass, McDonald to Kevin Williams, gave USC a 10-0 lead before a 35-yard field goal by Onikiewski. 30 seconds left. Schleister going long. Williams open, 25-20, 15-10, touchdown! Oh, my! A stunning play, Gary Williams drifting behind the defense. I don't think he can outrun Schleister's passes.
What a tremendous play. There's just no way to anticipate that. You've got to believe he's going for a percentage play. He's going for the home run. And they get behind Kenny Moore, number 43. He's the closest man. But when you give a fast sprinter like Williams that football and give him a little room, he's not going to be stopped before he gets into that end zone. What a big turnaround here in the last 40 seconds of this first half.
I tell you, it's got to be a lift for Ohio State. They've been outplayed in the first half. They'll go in at a halftime tie. Believe me, they'll come out with, they should have the momentum coming out in the second half.
Onikiewski trying for the tie. He's got it. A new game at 10 with 21 seconds left in the half. And how about the average catch by Gary Williams? 2 receptions, averaging 60 per catch. Emotionally, we talked about the goal line stand and how that had to drain from Ohio State and lift USC. But how about that offensive lightning by the Buckeyes? What does that do for the two teams going into the locker room?
With time running out, defensively, you say, we don't give them anything cheap. Give them a short shot, let them run the ball out if they want to. But if we have to, we line up 25, 30 yards down the field. I'm sure there are going to be some conversations on that SC sideline because you cannot allow those receivers to get behind you in this situation. And also give Schleister and his man some credit. That's a powerful pass and some great receiving there by number 44 Williams. And look at him put it on right there. Puts on that burst and carries it into the end zone. That is a real lift before the half.
I tell you something. I know USC's strategy. I was talking to Mark Gu, one of the defensive coaches. He said they want to give them the short stuff. We'll let them run. We don't think they can beat us that way. The only way they can beat us is with the big play, and that's what we're practicing to stop. Not working.
8th of the kickoff, and hits it well. Michael Hayes at the goal line for USC. At the 10, at the 20, and down at the 23-yard line. Well, we have the color and the music and the festivities of halftime for you at the Rose Bowl. And a reminder, after Ohio State and USC decide the outcome of this one later this evening or this afternoon, wherever you may be, it'll be the Orange Bowl. All that pageantry and color from Miami, Florida, as the unbeaten Seminoles of Florida State take on the University of Oklahoma. That's a running team against a passing club. Should be another great match tonight on NBC. Marcus Allen drives it out to the 31-yard line, and that may be the last play of the half. 10 seconds, 9 seconds. USC build a 10-0 lead into the second quarter. A 35-yard field goal and a 67-yard bomb, and Ohio State leads the field. Filmy clouds overhead. There were some great highlights in that first half to get it to 10-10 USC and Ohio State. Of course, the biggest of all with last minute a 14-point turnaround. It appeared that Charles White was going for a touchdown one way, hit from behind, fumbled, and it went the other way along Schleister bomb to tie it.
There were a couple of very brilliant plays early, though. This one is a 4th down situation. They're going for it all. And Guess, number 12, Mike Guess, just stripped the ball away from Rakshani. That's one of the fine plays we saw early. SC now a chance to score. The ball kicked very well by Eric Kipp. Notice how high he got that football. Good start for SC as they put 3 points on the board.
That was a 41-yarder to make it 3-0, and then Ohio State moving the ball well. Schleister looking for a man we'd hear from again later. Williams deep downfield, finally tackled at the 2-yard line, and then USC stopped Ohio State 4 tries from the 2, 3 from inside the 1. So Ward's tackle was a saving touchdown. Later, Ward was to have been beaten by Williams and Ohio State was to score in the final seconds of the half to tie the game at 10.
What looked to be a sure touchdown turned into no points, as Ohio State also elected to go for all of the points rather than take the field goal, turned away by that brilliant goal line stand. But we couldn't ask for anything more. 10-10 at halftime, a beautiful day. They've got it teed up and they're ready.
Ohio State will receive. Rob Kerr kicks it off. He hits a sidewinder that comes down short at the 20, 25 into the 30-yard line. For Ohio State goes number 57, John Hutchings, a junior from Fremont, Ohio. Let's look at the first half statistics and any comment, Merlin Olsen, that you might see in those numbers.
Well, the numbers are amazingly similar. In fact, you look down, the only thing you don't see in those stats is that SC has been able to move the ball consistently, and that Ohio State has made their statistics on big plays. That's the difference in the first half. Statistically, other than that, it's almost identical.
What are you pointing to, O.J. Simpson?
No, I was just looking at those passing statistics by Ohio State. I would think over 100 of those yards came from two passes.
120 did from those two to Williams. But it is, as we pointed out, a different Ohio State team that visits the West on this January 1st. Schleister is one of his options, and he keeps the ball to the 37-yard line, a gain of almost 8 yards. Dennis Edwards, number 70, led the charge of the Trojans. Back to the first half.
We wanted to show you one more of the big plays in the first half, just before the half. Everyone in the house saying, well, they're going to play it safe, or would they go for the bomb? And right here, they got it. They not only went for it, they got it. What a big turnaround. Actually, almost a 14-point turnaround. You look at it. That made the game. That sent them in. Now they're out here. They'd like to get driving down the field. They'd like to get another score. If they can get one here, they really do gain the emotional edge in this game.
USC had the 10-0 lead in the second quarter, and that was also with the goal line stand by the Trojans. But number 10, Schleister has his team with 10. Quick hitter by Murray, but just as it appeared he might break loose, Joey Browner, the freshman, number 47, makes the hit out at the 41-yard line. It is a first down, Ohio State. You were commenting at the intermission, O.J., that this game offers some deja vu as far as your reflections.
I can't believe it. You know, back in 1969, my last game against Ohio State, we came in the game undefeated with one tie. SC does this year. Ohio State was #1 undefeated. They had a sophomore quarterback. We went ahead 10-0. I mean, you know, it's almost like a carbon copy of that game.
You get some cardiac arrest over there.
Paul Campbell, gain of about 3 out of the 44, Dennis Johnson. USC's leading tackler each of the last 3 seasons, number 56, up off the bottom of the pile. Schleister, just a sophomore, but gentlemen, as we watch him in the first half, you really have to look back through. He carries himself and plays like a senior.
Well, I tell you, I think he's going to change a little tradition at Ohio State. When Coach Robinson came to SC, everyone knew he was a passing coach, and we thought we'd lose the tradition of the great tailback. He's been able to maintain that, but I think with Schleister in the backfield, they're going to have to become a passing team in the next couple of years.
And he's back to throw. Under pressure from Banks, dumps it off to Murray, and it's a first down at the USC 45-yard line. Calvin Murray, he was the 3rd leading receiver for the Buckeyes this year with 17, and Schleister took a pop in the process.
We talked about the poise of Paul McDonald, the SC quarterback. Watch Schleister. One of the tests of a quarterback, will he hang on to the ball until the last second? He does it right there. He pays the price, but I think he'll willingly pay that price for a reception and a first down.
And he's a big, strong kid. I don't think he's worried about it too much. He didn't pay any attention to the guy tackling him. He watched the ball all the way.
Interesting statistic. 2 minutes into the third quarter, Schleister already with 200 yards passing. First down at the SC 45. That's Donnelly in motion. Murray up the middle. Gets 5, maybe 6. To the 39 of USC before Chip Banks can make the tackle. Missed last year's Rose Bowl game, did Banks? Dennis Johnson also in on the play for the Trojans. It looks like a different Ohio State team that had to do nothing but help them as they chatted with Earl Bruce at the intermission.
I was thinking right before they got their last touchdown that going in just 7 points down after this first half, after being outplayed, would be a lift to them. Turned out they went in tied.
That's the real jackpot for Bruce, and now he's trying to take the lead for the first time. 2nd and 5. That's Ty Hicks. He can motor. And he vaults all the way to the USC 27-yard line. First down, Ohio State.
Looked like the ball was stripped away as Hicks hit the sideline. Some of the SC players saying they should have had it. Little reverse here. Make it into the line of scrimmage. Schleister hands it off to Hicks, who's going the other way. And Hicks shows him his heels. Let's watch and see if that ball is stripped away. Yes, indeed, it was right there on the sideline. But the ball kept in the hands of OSU. They're down on about the 26-yard line, 27-yard line, driving it on in. Boy, they'd love to have this touchdown.
Remember again, SC stopped Ohio State. First and goal from the 2. Donnelly in the slot. Williams, the touchdown maker, is wide right. Schleister up the middle to Murray. And with the respect that Schleister has gained for his aerial game, now some of those running holes are opening up.
Amazing how a little bit of successful passing will make room for some running, and how a little successful running will make room for some passing. They really do complement each other. On that last play, Dennis Johnson back there in the backfield, his linebacking spot, looking for somebody to come through there. Finally picked him out, but you can see there was some confusion as to who had that ball. Ernie Andrea, number 69, doing a good job of keeping him off the ball carrier. Ricky Gray, number 35, made the tackle.
2nd and 4, and Schleister looking, and he threw that one away. Short hopped it. His man was well covered. Rick Foley, number 22. Banks was pressuring Schleister. And he apparently has learned that lesson very quickly in life, that if a man is well covered, doesn't look as if you can get anything out of it, maybe a risk, drop it at the feet of that receiver.
We showed you some stats earlier. Schleister in his rookie year, his freshman year, had 21 interceptions and about the same number of touchdowns. He got a few more this year from the running game as well as the passing game, but only 5 interceptions on the year this year. And that was the big change in his play. Maturity.
9th play coming up in this opening drive of the second half. Ohio State, USC tied at 10. It's 3rd and 4. Schleister on the keeper. He sees a lot of white. Dennis Edwards leading that Southern California defense. Number 70 also into the play. 90, Brad Streelman.
Well, as we stated earlier, that's SC's philosophy. On that option play, they want to force him to keep the ball and try to rough him up. But Ohio State has done something on that drive, which all offensive teams try to do. On first down, you want to get 5 or 6 yards, and you have 2 downs, and the defense has a tremendous amount of pressure on them with 2 downs to get those 4 yards. And they were successful at it. Fortunately for SC, they stopped the drive. But if they make this field goal, tremendous amount of momentum for Ohio State.
37-yard try by Onikiewski. Hits it well, and Ohio State takes the lead. Onikiewski, 15 out of 18 for the year, 2 for 2 today, and for the first time, the Scarlet and Gray of Ohio State is in the lead. 4 minutes gone in the second half. Buckeyes 13, Trojans 10. Ohio State leads for the first time to 10. 10 minutes 53 seconds remaining. And USC about to have offensive possession for the first time in this half.
He kicked the spiral out of that hole.
He did. Butler took it to the 25, the 26, and he swarmed them on at the 26-yard line. Don't forget, fans, after this one from Pasadena, I know Merlin and I enjoyed thoroughly our experience last year down Miami at the Orange Bowl, and they've got a dandy waiting. Florida State, unbeaten, likes to put the ball in the air against that wishbone attack of the University of Oklahoma. Merlin Olsen, O.J. Simpson, Dick Enberg here at the Rose Bowl, and we've got a nice way of starting 1980. You said it, O.J. Yeah. Not a bad way to start it off.
What a beautiful way to start it. We've had all the excitement in the world early in this ball game, and it's not over yet. SC now said, hey, you took your first one down, got 3. We'll take ours down, get something too.
Charles White, who had a big first half, knocked back and still on his feet. Well, that's like a man taking a right cross, staggering across the ring and refusing to go down.
That was number 65, Keith Ferguson, a linebacker. Ferguson, interesting case. He was a starting offensive tackle last year, but watch the hit. White doing a great job of accelerating right there with the helmet. I think Charles didn't know what hit him momentarily.
But again, the balance demonstrated by that young man is just fantastic. 2nd down 4. Michael Hayes in the backfield in motion. McConnell dumps it off, incomplete. Marcus Allen, he won't drop many like that, right on the letters. You know that feeling, even you you dropped one? I think about 10 years ago you dropped one.
I've dropped a few, believe me. What it is, as a runner, you just want to get running, and you're not concentrating on the ball coming to you in the air, and you're thinking about faking a guy before you get the ball, and I'm sure that's what was on his mind at that time.
You surprised so far, Merlin, what's happened here today?
I think not surprised, because I think the emotional factor, the little extra that Ohio State has emotionally has given them an edge in this ball game. I don't think there's any question that SC has demonstrated that they have the physical edge, but I think Ohio State has had the emotional edge.
Kevin Williams, who has a touchdown, is to the left, and McDonald going deep the other way to Garcia, and he stayed in bounds. What a play at the 43-yard line. Garcia leaping in the air and still getting his toes in the field of play before tumbling out of bounds.
Just an outstanding play. McDonald again showing us his poise and maturity under pressure. Waits until the last second, and that ball couldn't have been another foot further, or the ball would not have been caught. Watch the feet now. Only needs one in. Had one out, but did have one in. Successful reception. First down. They're in Ohio State territory.
26-yard gain. First down at the 43. Both wide receivers to the left. White goes the other way to the Ohio State 40-yard line. Mark Sullivan, 5'9". Well, he must feel like he's in the land of the Sequoias playing into that offensive line of the University of Southern California.
We saw Sawicki get hurt earlier. Looked like he hurt his leg a little bit. He has not returned to the ball game, and they've put a youngster in there, and he's going to have his work cut out for him.
This is only the second time this year that Southern California has been behind this late in the third quarter. The other at LSU, and they rallied to win that one at Baton Rouge. Three men to the left. McDonald in trouble, and he can't unload it. 97, the little guy playing big. Mark Sullivan gets the sack.
We just talked about Mark Sullivan. He's just a sophomore. He must have anticipated that snap count. Watch how quick he gets off here. He gets Chris Foot, number 62, going backwards. Foot has no chance. That's a Fran Tarkenton move by McDonald there, but it didn't pay off. He was able to get a hold of him. Sullivan puts him on the ground.
First sack of the game. O.J., as they lined up, Charles White came out to the left almost tentatively, as if maybe he thought he should have been to the right. It appeared that play got off poorly.
Yeah, I think he was supposed to go in motion and set up, and McDonald told him at the last minute to set up over there. I guess he just missed the call.
Third down and long, and McDonald looks long. Stead goes short to Allen. 50, 40, 30, and he's down to the 28-yard line.
Big play.
First down, USC. They needed to get to the 33, and Allen goes to the 29. 26-yard play. That's the second in this drive.
You've got to be able to take what the defense gives you. McDonald looks deep, realizes they're covered, and dumps the ball off. They're just hoping to get a short gain out of that play, but as often happens, when you can give a running back the football in the short territory with the defense spread, he makes big yardage.
McDonald hit Garcia for 26 yards, then the sack, and he comes right back and gets 26 yards to Marcus Allen. First down at the 29. Charles White to the 25-yard line, where it'll be second down and 6.
O.J., are they still running the same plays now that they ran when you were tailback for SC?
Oh, yes, they are. It's basically the same thing. John McKay, as I was stating earlier, he put in the 28 blast back about 18 years ago, and it's still their basic bread and butter play. And why shouldn't it when you're averaging 7.7 yards a carry on it?
Raymond Butler, far right. Kevin Williams is in the slot. Allen and White behind McDonald, second and 6. McDonald looking for Williams. Incomplete. Well covered. Mike Guess was helping out short, and Skillings, 48, came over to play him deep.
Dick, that was a case where McDonald rolling out had all kinds of room. And I think if he had been Schleister, he would have taken off and run with the football. But McDonald is not a running quarterback and loses some dimension because of that.
Another glimpse eye view of the Rose Bowl. She hovers overhead to bring us aerial views of the Buckeyes and Trojans today. Capture some of this spectacle in Pasadena. Well, what a sight. We walked in here, hardly anyone in the bowl early this morning after seeing the parade. What a sight. McDonald Trying to find Williams, but he's covered well by Ray Ellis, number 27. That brings up 4th down and 6. So after first down carry by White for 4 yards, 2 incomplete passes, and now USC will try to tie it up as number 10 Eric Hipp into the ball game.
It'll be a long field goal, about a 47-yarder.
This would be his longest of the year, Merlin.
He does have a leg to do that, Dick, but he hasn't been consistent with it.
You know, you made mention early in the game that Ohio State had a superior kicking game, and it may show here.
Actually, it's just 42 yards, and he's got it on the way. It is no good. Wide to the left. But a flag is down, and it appears that they may have run into the kicker. Skillings, 48, trying to block the field goal. Guilty of the foul. USC maintains possession, and the Cardinal and gold cheer across the way.
The new rule this year in college football, that'll be an automatic first down. It carries a big 15-yard penalty. SC, who wouldn't have had the 3, now may have a chance to go for the 7.
Here's what happened.
Watch Hipp as he gets the kick away. Now you can't rough either kicker or holder, and there's the hit right on the back of the legs of Eric Hipp, and there's no play acting there. He was knocked down. To defend Skillings, who was coming for all he was worth, he was actually blocked into Hipp, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You got to stay off the kicker and off the holder.
First down USC at the Ohio State 12-yard line after the 15-yard penalty. Here comes White. And he charges close to the 7-yard line. A pickup of nearly 5 on first down.
You know, that's something you want to look for in a great back. No matter how hard he gets hit, generally White will fall forward. And that's what a back is. A coach is always trying to teach a back. You know, people talk about his size. I've heard people talk about Tony Dorsett's size. But Tony Dorsett, watch him here. He gets hit pretty good. Spins and he's falling forward. I see Tony Dorsett break as many tackles as Earl Campbell or Walter Payton, and he's much smaller than those 2 guys. I see White do the same thing.
Dorsett number 1 all time, and White number 2 in NCAA history running the football. He only gets a yard that time, and that'll bring up 3rd down and call it 4. He's at the 6-yard line. Good defensive surge by the Scarlet of Ohio.
At about the same point on the field where they made their goal line stand earlier, forced SC into a 4th down decision. SC went for the 7 instead of the 3 and were denied. I wonder if it gets down to a 4th down, what John Robinson will choose to do here.
Well, they say hindsight is 20/20, but somehow you had the feeling when they didn't go for the field goal, and when Ohio State in the same position didn't go for the field goal, that somehow it would loom big later on.
3 tight ends in the game: Brenner, Hunter, and Rakshani in motion. 3rd and 4 from McDonald. Complete, and a flag is down at the 1-yard line. In the end zone is the flag. Number 85, Hunter, caught the ball at the 1. Is it against the offense or defense in the end zone?
Maybe a blocking penalty on the offense.
If it's against the offense, it's a costly foul because it's a turnover. It is. Oh, and they'll turn the ball over on the 20-yard line if it's in the end zone.
It was in the end zone, and Ohio State gets the ball at the 20-yard line. I don't think they realize it yet.
What a costly penalty.
If it's ruled in the end zone, and that's where the flag was dropped, it's Ohio State's ball at the 20, and that's the signal being given by the referee. Earl Bruce doesn't realize it. That's like finding money.
Now, here goes the offensive team onto the field, and look at that. Look at the excitement along that sideline for Ohio State. What a costly penalty that is for SC, as they don't even have the chance to try the field goal now.
Offensive interference is the most difficult of all penalties in the college game, and here is a classic example of SC given life by the penalty on the field goal try, then is guilty of a push in the end zone, which carries an automatic touchback possession to the defending team at the 20. Timeout to assimilate the pain of that one for John Robinson. It's 13-10 Ohio State. We have less than 6 minutes remaining, 3rd quarter. Hope you'll stay with us. Florida State, Oklahoma to follow this one from the Rose Bowl. Here's that controversial call in the end zone.
Number 80, Rakshani. Now he goes into the end zone. He can't block and knock those people. He actually hit 27, Ray Ellis, and just barely as he got into the end zone.
First carry by Murray gets only 2 yards. We want to thank especially now the officiating crew. It's a split crew from the Pac-10 and Big Ten. Gene Calhoun, the referee, Duke Dornan, the umpire, Robert Walker, the head linesman, Jack Roberts, the line judge, Charles Feigl, the field judge, and Dan Ingreen, the back judge, because they took time yesterday at length to explain to Merlin and myself the differences between the rules of professional rules and collegiate rules, and this is one of the things Mr. Calhoun very carefully went through with us. And wouldn't you know it, that penalty arises today in this game and could be a call that's written and talked about considerably from this day on.
But as you can see from the replay, Rakshani was indeed guilty of pushing that defender.
You disagree, O.J.?
Well, it was tough, but he did extend his arms, which I don't think he can do.
Whoops. Calvin Murray trying to catch the ball and head upfield. That's a tough one because you misjudge the timing of the pass. You're trying to get it moved quickly. Incomplete.
One of the things that Schleister has problems with is the soft pass. And that's part of the maturity that he has yet to gain. He's used to rifling the ball. I think he wanted to throw that one easy. Surprised the receiver. He wanted the zipper.
He looked at me like he started to run, and then at the last minute threw the ball and didn't adjust his feet. It looked like he tried to throw it all arm in the wrong direction.
Now it's third down and a long 8. Ohio State leading USC 13-10 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Here goes Schleister to the air. Sidelines pass and a first down to Gary Williams. Williams, who has 2 long bombs, and now they short out, and a flag is down. Larry McGrew, 57, made the hit for USC. A flag down at the tackle. That could be against SC. Face mask, and they'll tack on some more. And suddenly, those yellow flags become very important in that last sequence, remember. The missed field goal by USC, but the penalty against Ohio State for running into the kicker, and then SC loses it back on the offensive interference in the end zone, and now 15 yards for face mask.
Dick, if we can go back and see that play right at the line of scrimmage, SC was having a lot of trouble. They're going to mark off to 15. That's a personal foul, 15 yards. Quickly, let's look at it. SC flip-flops the defense, and they had finished flip-flopping. You saw Lapka trying to get over to the side. There was some confusion as to where the strength of the defense was. Now watch the face mask right there. You saw him tackling with the mask on Williams on the sideline. Nice pass by Schleister again. He has thrown the ball consistently all day. There it is. Double hand in the mask.
And McGrew with a bulldog tackle and a 15 yards takes it out to the 47 of Ohio State. Little draw to Murray. Read well by SC. Tackled forward to the 50. Myron Lapka, number 96. 57 McGrew on the tackle. We pause briefly for station identification. This is the NBC Television Network.
WTWO, Terre Haute.
Merlin Olsen, O.J. Simpson from Pasadena's Rose Bowl. The USC Trojans jumped into the 10-0 lead into the second quarter. Ohio State tied it at 10-10 on a remarkable turnaround, as it appeared that Charles White was going to go for a long touchdown fumble when hit from behind. Ohio State got the long pass bomb away in the final seconds of the half to tie it at 10-10. A field goal by Ohio State here in the third quarter has given Ohio State its first lead of the game, and now an unusual offensive interference call in the end zone has cost USC the ball. Ohio State driving into SC territory at the 47-yard line, looks at third down and 3.
One thing you surely don't want to do is lose your poise. And right now, some of the SC players look like they're popping a little bit out there. You see that too, O.J.?
Yeah, you know, they got everything going against them now, and they are losing their poise a little bit. They're getting a little hot-headed now. They're going to have to simmer down to try to get back into this game.
Reverse to Ty Hicks. But he doesn't make it. Hit at the 45-yard line, and you saw the superb lateral pursuit talent of that SC defense. Lapka at 6'4" and 245, running right with those little backs.
You know, it's unusual. Normally, when you're beating a team up front, and I think SC on both lines is still beating Ohio State, you're winning the football game. But Ohio State is, if there's a such thing as out athletic, they're athletes on their team, especially those 4 guys in the defensive secondary, and of course the quarterback Schleicher are making the big plays for Ohio State. So right now the difference in the game is I think Ohio State is showing a little better athletic ability in the skill position.
Tom Morris in the punt. He only kicked once in the first half. It was a 46-yarder. Hits that one well toward the end zone. That's going to go in. Almost dropped it in the donut hole in that Big O of Ohio. First down, USC at the 20-yard line. Timeout with 2 minutes 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. The Buckeyes lead the Trojans 13-10. Possible national title at stake. Merlin and I will be there on Sunday in Pittsburgh. Hope you'll join us. First down, USC at the 20-yard line. Charles White with an excellent second effort. Stopped at the 20 and ducked into the 23-yard line. Now, before the games today, there was a split vote. The AP had Ohio State 1, Alabama 2, SC 3, and you'll see Florida State, Oklahoma in the Orange Bowl. UPI had Bama on top. Bama has defeated Arkansas. Then USC, Ohio State, and Florida State, Oklahoma. So there's going to be some interesting choices made after this one. Bama has won against Arkansas. Houston beat Nebraska in the Cotton Bowl. Pass by McDonald, leading White on the dead run, and it's a first down at the 31-yard line. You just can't throw that swing pass any better.
I tell you, Dick, that's the toughest pass to throw for a quarterback, and it's a tough pass to judge as a halfback, and he put it right on the money. That was very nice. That's
just a dart to White.
He also has time to work back there. He could have gone deep if he wanted to, but I think he wanted to spread that defense and give it to the best runner on the field, Charles White. White knew what to do with it, got the first down.
Freshman Marcus Merrick chased down White. First down at the USC 31. Minute and a half left, third quarter. 13-10 Ohio State. Charles White hit from behind and dropped for a loss by Mark Sullivan, 97. Again, he's only 5'9", 212. He's dwarfed by that huge offensive line, but he's made 2 big plays for losses.
He is a prototype Middle 10, Big 10 nose guard, though. Small and chalky, and he gets underneath those blocks. Watching there, they're trying to hook him with the center foot, 62. He just split out of there, showed fine speed. He's running against Charles White. Leaps out there, got his hands on White's feet, tripped him up, loss on the play. His second long.
Kevin Williams out of your picture to the left. He's to the right. Garcia to the left and looking for Garcia. McDonald fires and hits him. 45, 50, 40, and down to the 38-yard line goes Danny Garcia. Oh, there's an interesting story. Garcia was not drafted out of high school except by one school, Linfield College of Oregon. So he went to junior college, was the JC reception leader, and then to USC.
Recruited out of college. He was covered real well on that play, but he's a mark of a good receiver. Will scramble when he sees his quarterback is in trouble, and he came back to the quarterback, scrambled a little bit, caught the pass, and did a fine job of running after he got the ball.
And let's give Marcus Allen some credit. Had he not kept the linebacker, Laughlin, away from the quarterback, he wouldn't have had time to throw that pass.
Allen is an outstanding blocker, and he gets the handoff straight ahead to the 37-yard line. Allen has done so well, and this is really first full year at fullback, that some of the talks about him taking over for White's job at tailback, they said, gee, we'd almost like to keep you right at fullback the way you've blocked and carried the ball from that position.
Well, but I think they'll recall a man named Ricky Bell who played fullback for Anthony Davis one year, and he moved back to tailback and did all right.
All right is the understatement. The end of the third quarter of this Rose Bowl Classic, and the Ohio State Buckeyes are in the lead. The score as we go to the fourth period, Buckeyes 13, Trojans 10. NBC and the United States Olympic Committee also would like to remind you that the USJCs need 50,000 volunteers to help on Olympic Gold Medal Day. That's April 26th. We'll give you more information after this play by McDonald. It's second down and 6. He's caught from behind, rips his way free and completes it to White, but for a loss to the 37-yard line, 38-yard line of Ohio State, and that'll bring up third down and 8. The date again is April 26th. The JCs need 50,000 volunteers to help on that Olympic Gold Medal Day. If you want to help our Olympic team get ready for Moscow, check with your local JC's office tomorrow. Join the team April 26th.
Dick, before that last play, SC had thrown 16 passes and rushed 36 times. They're trying to get a mix of 60% run and 40% pass. They haven't been able to do it today, I think, because of the aggressiveness of this Ohio State defense.
Big third and 8, and that's Michael Hayes in motion. Good protection. He's going deep. What a catch by 89 Hobie Brenner. Brenner hauls it in at the 24-yard line. First down, USC.
Sometimes it pays to be tall. Hobie Brenner, about 6'5", and Ray Ellis jumped for the interception, jumped to try and knock it away. He couldn't reach that football. Brenner could. First down, big play.
3rd and 8. SC sustains its drive with a first down at the Ohio State 24. Early 4th quarter. Buckeyes lead 13-10. 3 tight ends in for USC. Rakshani essentially a tight end. Here comes White behind Rakshani. Tripped up at the 21-yard line. Quite a gain of 3 unofficially now with 143 yards rushing today.
Well, they say the great ones, they perform at their best in the big games, and it happens time and time again, you know.
180 yards was his average this year. You know, he rushed this year for more than a mile, and he's now over 6,000 yards in his career.
I think the thing that's impressive about his career is his durability. The fact that he has rushed over 1,100 times in his 4 years, that's remarkable to me.
Missed a few quarters this year early in the year, but so durable. McDonald looking into the end zone. Garcia was open, but I believe that Ellis 27 did get a hand on it. It appeared the pass was deflected.
Ellis got his fingers on the ball.
Well, I tell you, Ellis was playing that all the way, it appeared to me, and I don't think McDonald saw him coming across. He looked like he was pacing himself across there, waiting for him to throw the ball, and was going to try to go and pick it off.
I think McDonald was so sure that Ellis was not going to be there, O.J., that he threw it anyway.
Yeah, I don't think he saw him. And Ellis really, I don't think it was a finger that got the ball. He just missed the ball. Ellis looked like he had the ball intercepted.
He did have a piece of it, deflected it behind Garcia, so it's now 3rd down again for McDonald. 3rd and 7 from the 21. That's White in motion. And McDonald rolls this way, looking for Kevin Williams. No, and his man falls. Garcia. Danny Garcia, as he made his cut to the inside, fell on the grass, and it's 4th and 7, and here comes Eric Hipp for the field goal try.
I think the pass is behind Garcia, though. Even before he falls, the ball is thrown badly. He's trying to stop and go back for it. So had that ball been thrown accurately, would probably have been caught, would have been close to the first down.
Yeah, Paul McDonald didn't set up. Normally he'll get outside, set up, and throw, and that time he tried to throw on the run, and I think it threw his accuracy.
Hipp has connected from 41 yards, missed from 42, but that was the penalty play. This one will be 39 yards. High, long, and no good. It's wide to the left. The 10 on Hipp's back. Symbolic. USC stays at that number, and Ohio State retains the lead. 13 minutes left here in Pasadena. 1980 sees Ohio State through 3 quarters plus, still in the lead. 13 for the Bucks, 10 for the Trojans. Eric Hipp has just missed a potential tying field goal. Watch his reaction. Eno wide left. Solana Kiefsky has kicked 2 for Ohio State, and the Buckeyes lead 13-10. Schleister hits Donnelly. He might go all the way. 40, 30, 25, all the way to the 20-yard line. Schleister hooks up again on a long gainer. 58 yards. Schleister to Donnelly. And the Buckeyes are hitting big through the air.
What excitement. Donnelly comes to the sideline. You can see the emotion pumping down there. Watch the play now. They get Donnelly isolated on the sideline. That's Scroggins, 81, peeling off on him. He's going to be one of the late people there. But the play is right there. They catch it early. A good block thrown. Now watch this great move that he puts on Lott right there. Got him to turn around. At 47, Joey Browner coming with a lot of speed to run him down.
Calvin Murray on first down. Darts inside the 15 to the 13. And that'll be 2nd down. And a short 3 for Ohio State.
Well, we talk about seeing a different Big Ten representative here. It's really amazing to me how many Big Ten teams would have come out after that missed field goal and tried to control the ball and protect that 3-point lead. It's a different Ohio State team here, surely.
You don't think Earl Bruce is excited? You watched him along that sideline. He is pumped up, and he's shown that emotion all through the workouts in preparation for this game.
Schleister has 270 yards passing on 10 completions. That's a 27-yard average. Campbell to the 10, lurches forward to the first down at the 10, so it's going to be first and goal. Ohio State, the longest possible distance on first and goal.
While we were talking about Earl Bruce, I think it's important that we pay credit to him for the incredible job he's done. In his first year, a transition year normally for a coach, he has taken a team that was not ranked, that was not expected to do well. He has brought them here. They're in the lead. They're driving right now. And also important that we compliment another man who's not here, Woody Hayes. This is really Woody's team. He recruited them, and Earl Bruce has done a magnificent job of bringing them to where they are today. But Woody deserves some credit, too.
Absolutely, and Bruce will be the first one to tell you, weren't for Hayes, I wouldn't be here because I would have quit school. I had a knee injury as a sophomore, went home, and Woody says, you get back here, even if you can't play football, get your education. Schleister looking for 6, and he gets 3 Trojans. Sack at the 21. Chip Banks, 51, led the charge. Second sack for the Trojans. Big play.
Somehow the words, don't get greedy, come to me. Those are 10 yards that are awfully tough down there. Schleister, though, wisely did not throw the ball away, and he did not have any time. Excellent pass rush right there. I guess that's the wise choice. If you can't unload it and get it out of the end zone, take the loss.
Especially down here close. Marion Lappa had an excellent pass rush. The guy tried to cut him. He stepped over him and kept the heat on.
Banks, Lapka, and Edwards all in on the play. So it's second down and goal now from the 21-yard line. X in motion. He's the fastest of the Buckeyes. Instead they draw it. Murray is trapped for a loss. George Achika, a freshman from San Jose, number 78, made the defensive play for USC. A loss of 5 more.
Strangely enough, when they had that right before the ball was snapped, I was thinking they're around the 25. They're really better past the field position.
They are. They got more room to work with. Boy, what a tremendous emotional surge by SC. It looked like all the emotional enthusiasm was on the side of the Ohio State players. They got the big play to Donnelly, got it down in great position, and got another first down at the 10, and now they've moved the ball back about 16 yards. They're going the wrong direction.
I tell you, all Ohio State needs a lot of field in front of them. when they need a lot of yards, they make the big plays.
They've got it now. Third and goal from the 26. Dumps it off to Murray. 25. Looking for blockers. 20. 15. 10. He's all the way to the 7-yard line.
When they need a lot of yards, they make a big play.
But that was a running play more than a pass. It was Murray catching the pass and some cross-field running by Murray gets him to the 7, where it's 4th and goal.
Well, the plays are called by head coach Earl Bruce. He called a smart one here. I think he was looking for enough yardage to get a field goal up. He got more than that. Murray did an incredible job of breaking tackles. Joey Browner there, the last guy to get a hold of him. Otherwise, he might have been in the end zone.
Now from ground level, you see Schleister, the quick pop to Murray, gets him in the open field, and Murray shows that he likes it out there where he can play with those tacklers. 5 men hit him before they finally dragged him down, and now Anakievsky to try a 24-yard field goal. Ohio State has 3 more. Anakievsky's 3rd field goal of the game. He's the all-time field goal kicker in Ohio State history as a senior, punctuating that title today. 9:42 remaining in the game here in Pasadena. Ohio State now leads USC 16-10. 16-10, Ohio State leads USC with 9:42 left. Atha will kick it off. Anakievsky has set a new Rose Bowl record with 3 field goals. Skips it down to Michael Hayes at the 1-yard line for USC. Senior from San Diego's at the 15, the 20. He's at the 30 and out to the 32. Almost loose. Atha, the kicker, was there to secure the tackle. James Laughlin hit him low, but Hayes was still trying to stay in balance when Atha dropped him. Don't forget, immediately following this Rose Bowl, NBC wraps up Bowl Day 80, the glamour pageantry, the 1980 Orange Bowl from Miami, featuring number 4 ranked Florida State Seminoles and the 5th rated Sooners of Oklahoma. Don Cricky, John Brody standing by in beautiful Miami for 1980's version of the Orange Bowl. Paul McDonald at the 32 of the Trojans.
Changing the plays audibly.
White. There's a tackle by 15, Alvin Washington, the junior from Cleveland. Actually, the blocker in Washington did not allow White any room to run.
Yeah, he got some penetration, and Marcus Allen was blocking him. I think at the last minute, Charles White wanted to break it outside and got a little tangled up there. But what amazed me, Maryland, is early in the game, I mean, before the game, really, you said the difference in this game may come down to the special teams, and that is exactly what has happened at this point.
Not Tom Oros with the 3 field goals. We don't want to get the Onikiewskis mad at us. It was Vlade Onikiewski that has the 3 field goals and the Rose Bowl record. McDonald wide open. Raymond Butler. He's to the Ohio State 48. Fumbles. And who has it? USC. Southern California has a penchant for that sort of thing. This year, they fumbled 37 times, but recovered 22 of their fumbles. And here it is again for a forward gain on the fumble.
They had an all-out blitz going. All kinds of room for Butler. Watch the hit right here that stripped him. That's Skilling's 48. Really put the hit on him. But Rockshani right there to take advantage of it. Bell almost in the same position. The ball bounced up. Ooh, Mike Guess had a chance at it. Rockshani, very quick hands. Saved the fumble.
So it's first down USC at the 41-yard line, trailing Ohio State 16-10. 8.5 minutes left, fourth quarter. Rockshani with the zap action. And McDonald to White. He has a first down at the Ohio State 29-yard line. And here come the Trojans.
Talked earlier about that physical advantage and what you have to do to beat it. You've got a slant, you've got a loop, you've got a stunt, and sometimes that leaves some room in the middle. You don't want to leave Charles White any room in the middle. He knows what to do with it.
First down, 29 of Ohio State. Allen and White stacked up behind McDonald. Kevin Williams to the right. The pitch to White. Threads his way to the 24-yard line. He is a defiant runner.
They say a good runner. You have to run with a little reckless abandon. You can't worry about getting hurt. White does that. I guess he personifies that more than any back I've ever seen. He throws his body. You know, for a full guy, he takes more shots and he jumps right back.
He is little at 6 feet tall if he's that at 185, but when you see his torso, he's not little. Looks like somebody took the skin apart and put metal in there for muscles. He is built as well as any man would ever want to be. He's a strong man at 185. He shows that in his running style. 2nd and 5. McDonald looking incomplete. Danny Garcia rocked hard as he went for the catch at the 13-yard line. Again, good defense by Ohio State. Vince Skillings with a hit.
Super hit. That was a case of Paul McDonald going for almost the whole loaf that time. He had 2 guys I think he could have gotten the first down with.
The most unusual angle from the blimp. As you watch that pass from McDonald, almost caught down on about the 12-yard line. The Ohio State defense is over-shifting just after McDonald makes his audible. And I think it's causing him some problems. They're letting him call his audible, and then they're shifting at the last second. Let's watch and see if they do it again.
Third down, 5 at the 24. White in motion. McDonald pumps over the middle. Incomplete. Almost intercepted. Oh, my. 28, Bob Murphy of San Ynez, California. He saw his dream through. He's from this part of the country. Had a chance for the deflection interception, but it caught him out of stride.
And now John Robinson has an interesting choice to make. 4th down, about the 24-yard line. He's got to choose whether to go for it or bring a field goal kicker in. I think he's going to try and get the first down here.
Eric Kipp has missed a couple. This would be a 42-yard attempt, so he's going to go for it on 4th and 5. Big play with 7 minutes remaining. 4th quarter. Ohio State leads by 6. Crowd comes to its feet. McDonald going for Garcia. Incomplete. We lost a Buckeye player for a moment. As Ray Ellis went right into the crowd, the pass was out of the field of play, and the Buckeyes have the ball back as USC stalls on 4th and 5 at the Ohio State 24.
You see why coaches get gray hair.
That does say it all. 7 minutes left, and eternity for both sides. 16-10 the score. It's Ohio State's ball when we return. Exactly 7 minutes remain. Ohio State leads USC 16-10. The Buckeyes have stopped the Trojans at the Ohio 24. Let's see how Schleister and Ohio State will play it. Will they stay on the ground, or will Schleister keep it open? Up the middle goes Murray. Shot out of a cannon all the way to the 47-yard line. Boy, did that one open up.
I tell you, he's a very good running back. You know, you don't hear too much about their runners, but if you look at all their tailbacks and you take their statistics together, they're all averaging over 5 yards a carry. Real nice, Holy. Pops through there. He does what you like your backs to do. When he sees an opening, he just takes off, breaks a tackle or two. He's not a very big guy. The acceleration, it seems to be his main thing.
First down, Ohio State near midfield. An injury to Murray. They're attending to the fallen Buckeye. Timeout. 6:54 left. Ohio State 16, SC 10.
Weekends were made for Michelob.
The special weekend pride of a gourmet chef. What better accompaniment than the smooth and mellow taste of Michelob? Brewed naturally with the finest ingredients and very special care. Michelob, a very special beer.
Weekends were made for Michelob.
Dick Enberg, Merlin Olsen, O.J. Simpson at the Rose Bowl. The clock winding down. 6:54 left. The underdog Ohio State Buckeyes lead it 16-10, and they have a first down at the 47. Murray left the field under his own power. He's been replaced by this man, 46 Tim Spencer, who drives into SC territory to the 48-yard line. Dennis Johnson with a tackle. Murray has been bothered by a hip point injury all season long. We don't know if that was the case on that last play. He's had a big day, 78 yards. The leading rusher all season long, just 1 yard under 800.
I think he was bothered by a hit by Chip Banks, number 51, who hit him before he went to the ground. He got his bell rung. You see them talking to him. He's not back yet.
Second down and 6. Alabama won earlier against Arkansas. Houston beat Nebraska in the Cotton Bowl. Spencer played a little slow getting off. That's an interesting contrast to that same style play with White carrying it.
Well, I think at USC you're taught, or you run the play so many times, you really know when to turn it up. On that play, I think the back may have been able to turn it up right away. The outside linebacker strung it out real well for USC, and I think he should have turned it up. He would have more success if he'd have turned up right away.
Looking up the clock, Dick, 6:06 left to go. Third down, a big third down here. Ohio State would like to control the football if they can. If they can keep this drive alive, they may well be able to wipe out that time on the clock.
And Ohio State has elected to call a timeout. Schleister visiting with his head coach Earl Bruce. 6 minutes and 6 seconds remain. Ohio State leads 16-10. 105,006 at the Rose Bowl today. I've seen under rally from a 10-0 deficit. Tied at the half at 10. Take the lead on a pair of field goals in the second half. It's 16-10. Buckeyes with the ball. A critical 3rd and 5 at the USC 47. Donnelly in motion. Schleister under pressure. They've got him for a sack at the 43-yard line. Chip Banks 51 with Charles Usry 79 in support. Schleister, his high this year, 233 yards passing, and he's well surpassed that today.
And he's trapped by the blitz here. Chip Banks, 51, coming from the backside. It looked like there was room to step up into the pocket a little bit. If he had done that, he might have had time to get that pass off.
So Tom Morris, after that sack by Southern California, will have to kick it. He'll hit it about the 33. Raymond Butler stands at the USC 13. Beautiful kick. Butler, fair catch at the 17-yard line. Good height on that one. It hung up there, and Butler could see too many red shirts. He wasn't going to run it back. Certainly want to thank all of those that have made our job so pleasant today, and the big people who really make this such a successful event year after year. In the case of this Rose Bowl game, the chairman of the Rose Bowl committee, Bill Nicholas, our old friend here in Southern California. Fred Hardcastle was the president of the Tournament of Roses this year. Oh, how proud he must have been of that parade and this classic game the Rose Bowl, and it gave us all a thrill to see old Blue Eyes as the Grand Marshal. 40 years, he's made us all happy. Frank Sinatra. Charlie White, he's running like he can sing to this one. 40, tackled from behind at midfield. Laughlin, number 5, may have saved the touchdown. Charles White rips off a big gainer, and here comes USC.
White again, they're running the 23 blast.
Go ahead,
That means something to me, and he's broken outside. He gets caught from behind. I'm a little surprised. That's twice that's happened today, but that's the old bread and butter play. That 23 blast.
And then Jim Laughlin, number 5, that made the stop. Their MVP. That's the reason he's their MVP. He's made that kind of plays all year.
That was a hustle play. First down at the 49 of USC. It's White again. 45, 40, 35. 30. He's all the way to the 22. Charles White is over the 200-yard mark today. You said it, O.J. Heisman winner. The big guys play big in the important moments.
Art's been doing it for Ohio State. Charles certainly is doing it for USC.
First down USC at the Ohio State 23.
Dick, you couldn't have asked for a better script to the finale of this game. Within 1 point if they get this touchdown in, and they can go ahead if they get 7 on the board.
4.5 minutes remaining.
Late shift again by OSU's defense.
Michael Hayes in for the tired White, and he gets a good gain on first down inside the 17-yard line. It'll be second down and 4.
Ohio State has been shifting late on McDonald. That time McDonald came back with another audible, and he hit the open spot and got a big gain.
Gentlemen, Charles White has set a new Rose Bowl record. 215 yards rushing, breaks the record set by Bob Jeter, the Iowa star, as he ran against Cal in 1959. 215 for White. Marcus Allen drives to what appears to be a first down at the 12-yard line. It is first down USC with 3:47 left.
Dick, you talked about the kind of job that the Rose Bowl committee has done on this performance in the parade. Our two teams have done an incredible job of living up to everything that was expected of them. And it all comes down to this. 3:40 on the clock. They're within 11 yards of the goal line. Ohio State's defense knows what is expected of them. SC needs the touchdown to win, and the game is on the field.
SC needs a touchdown to go ahead. Don't forget Art Schlichter is on that Ohio State team.
Charles White back in the game, and he drives to the 8-yard line of the Buckeyes. A gain of nearly 4. Second down along 6. A contemplative Earl Bruce, 48-year-old head man of the Buckeyes. And John Robinson. A new 5-year contract stuffed in his back pocket, but right now he's as interested in that scoreboard and what's happening in front of him as the 105,000 plus here in the stadium. Second and 6. Rakshani in motion. White off right tackle and plows inside the 5 to the 4 and maybe the 3. Right behind the block of Rakshani. It's going to be third down as they spot the ball at the 4-yard line. Third and call it 2.5.
Well, we know we're in 4 down country now. And you know, SC is not in any hurry. It's 2 minutes and 25 seconds left to go in the game. They'd love to score with less than a minute to go in the game.
But they have to score time on that clock, do they, O.J.? The other thing they can do is get a first down without getting a touchdown, and they may well be able to do that.
Well, they've had a pitch and a fumbling the ball down here over the last few years, so I think they'll take the touchdown now if they can get it.
Third down, 2. White to the goal line, but not in. He is not in the end zone. That's an SC player signaling touchdown, but it's first and goal, USC on the 1-foot line. And you know who the crowd would like to see carry it in. He deserves it on this drive.
I think the SC crowd don't care who carries it in right now.
You see the ball snugged up right next to the end zone, and watch the offensive surge. We talked about the physical superiority on the line of scrimmage. You see it right there, and you see great second effort from Charles White as well.
First and goal. A touchdown to tie. An extra point would give SC the lead. 1:38 left. Clock is running. White, touchdown! take the lead.
You've got to believe that Eric Hipp is happy to have a chance to get this team ahead after missing a couple of field goals today.
It's up. It's good. And the scene will now shift to the Ohio State sidelines. The Buckeyes have 1:32 left to get Onikiewski into field goal range for a possible winner. Right now, the high emotions belong to the Trojans. 1:32 remaining. Southern California 17, Ohio State 16. USC 17, Ohio State 16. Rob Kerr to kick it off. The time remaining 1:32. Ohio State has 2 timeouts left. They need only a field goal to win. Good kick. That's almost out of the end zone. Tyrone Hicks will take it there and the touchback of the 20.
That's a big kick, you know. Your position means everything right now. That is a very, very big kick. It came a long way from being over.
That last drive, spearheaded by the charges of Heisman winner White. They went 83 yards in 8 plays. White took the ball 6 of those 8 plays for 71 of the 83 yards. If ever he capitalized his Heisman ability, he showed it on that drive. But now it's Art Schleister's turn.
And how often we see it, Dick. You control a great back through much of the ball game, but somewhere he's going to pop up and hurt you. Charles White did it when it had to be done.
Ty Hicks, a speedy man, is in the game, and Schleister's looking for him. Incomplete at the 35-yard line. It's 2nd and 10. There's time for Ohio State. They don't need the big bomb. They just need to move the ball downfield, get it within Onikiewski's range. Let's just check what that is. His longest ever was this year, 51 yards. But he has improved during the course of the year in his distance, and in practice has hit from outside the 60. 2nd and 10. Charles White, 200 yards plus. Oh, he looks as if he's played in a
battered
game.
gladiator. Is that a classic pose? What a game he's had today. Wow.
Schleister under pressure. How did he get that off? It's incomplete. Intended for Gary Williams, a man who has caught 2 long passes from Schleister today. Banks was wearing Schleister's uniform.
He was also wearing number 51 Banks and 70 Edwards right here. Both of them on top of him. Bam, bam. He's lucky to get it out of there. Lucky it wasn't intercepted. I think he had a feeling for the open territory on that one, Dick.
1:23 left. Look at the pressure on Schleister.
Ooh. Right on my head.
That alone will throw off the aim.
Yep.
So the defense for SC will loosen a bit. Remember, it was a similar situation at the end of the first half that Schleister hit the long bomb for a touchdown. Protected better this time to Donnelly, but misses way over the head of his intended target, Doug Donnelly. So it comes down to 4th and 10, Ohio State. They have to go for it.
It was in a situation like this earlier in the year that Schleister brought his team back against UCLA. They were down. They came back, went about 80-85 yards. But he doesn't have that many downs to work with. This is do or die. There are no more opportunities after this one unless we see something most remarkable.
O.J. Simpson is on his way down to the floor of the Rose Bowl. Time permitting, perhaps a chat. Wouldn't that be something to get O.J. with Charles White? Heisman to Heisman. Or maybe it'll be Schleister. 4th and 10. He has to get at least 10. And it's almost intercepted. It matters not. SC gets the ball on downs. And there's only a minute 11 left in this game.
I think Ronnie Lott didn't realize that it was 4th down. He was so pumped up about missing that pass. Let's watch the isolation here. It's Williams again, who had made the big plays, cuts inside. Lott slipped a little bit. Had the ball been thrown high enough, Williams might have had it. Lott missed it and said, how could I miss that interception? But the ball turns. Minute 11. All they need to do is grind that clock out. You'll see Ohio State call their timeouts, but unless they can pull the ball loose, not much of a chance now.
Looking for his 3rd Rose Bowl win and as many opportunities. 4 years as head man. Here comes White. 15. And he's into the 13-yard line, and the clock is running. Ohio State 103, 102 does not use its timeout yet. They have 2 left. It's 58 seconds. Still running.
I'm surprised they haven't called their timeout.
No question about the outstanding player in this game. He was co-MVP last year with Rick Leach, the outstanding Michigan quarterback. The Heisman winner wraps up an incredible 4-year collegiate career. He's rushed for 238 yards today, far and away a Rose Bowl record. He scored what proved to be the winning touchdown, and now Paul McDonald trying to run out the final seconds. 29-28. The fans are starting to count. Charles White again. An encore for White. Short yardage. And with 20 seconds left, 19, still Ohio State finally uses one of its remaining 2 timeouts.
I can't believe they didn't call it earlier and try and force SC to handle the ball a couple of more times. It really is the only chance they had, Dick.
And a thanks to our NBC crew. Covered this 1980 Rose Bowl Classic. Harry Coyle, who has directed 25 of these beauties. He's our own granddaddy. Larry Cirillo, our producer, our executive producer, Don Olmeyer, with us today. All of those of you in the booth, our thanks, Dave Holman, Dave Rush, Joe Costanza, Jack Prote, Dennis Mnuchin, for your support. And flying high above Pasadena, our aerial ambassador again, Captain John Creighton at the controls. Thank you, Captain. Great job to get those sensational aerial views.
Dick, you got to say that these 2 teams, as we said earlier, have lived up to the beauty of this day, the excitement of this Rose Bowl celebration. Magnificent parade this morning, a magnificent football game this afternoon, hanging on our seats until the last second. 2 great football teams and 2 well-balanced football teams. They gave us all the football we could digest during this afternoon.
It all started here in 1902. There are a lot of bowl games to watch and enjoy, but this living up to its senior citizen title. It's the grandest of them all. They've played to all of that tradition today. With 16 seconds left, White a final carry, breaking tackles, and he's to the 4-yard line. 10-9, and the clock stopped Ohio State's final timeout. And in some manner, the gallant Buckeyes, in trying to stop the clock, hoping for that miracle fumble and a long play, are extending the incredible career of one Charles White. 246 yards for White. Ohio State, an underdog team, although they were rated 1 in the AP poll. And now the clock runs out. It's all over. The University of Southern California, led by that man, Charles White, has defeated a game underdog team from Ohio State. The final, Trojans 17, the Buckeyes 16. Coaches Robinson and Earl Bruce meet at midfield, shake hands, offer, I'm sure, their admiration and their congratulations of a job well done on both sides. It's a shame you have to have a loser in a game of this quality.
In a game so evenly played, 2 teams so well matched on this day, and trying to fight to cover their weaknesses, trying to exploit their advantages. Well coached, well disciplined. They fought it out for a full ball game. It came down to the final seconds, and you're right, Dick. It's a shame that Ohio State has to lose, but they can hold their heads up. They know that they play great football.
So who is number 1? Ohio State has lost the game, so you have to figure the Buckeyes are not. USC has been tied only once by Stanford. Alabama won earlier, so they have to be sure. And now we are number 1. And Florida State says, hey, we're unbeaten. What if we have an impressive win over a great Oklahoma team? And you'll see that in the Orange Bowl in a few moments. And, of course, the Trojans say, we're number 1. You saw John Robinson race over to the cheering section and acknowledge their support. There he is. What a present for the man who has led USC so well.
It looked like he was congratulating Ray Ellis, one of the defensive backs that O.J. talked to earlier. John Robinson has to be so excited, so thrilled about the way his team played today. Looks like O.J. has him down on the field.
Right. Take it over, O.J., with Coach John Robinson.
Yeah, I'm down here with Coach John Robinson. Coach, the boys, they came back like champions. They call them the Cardiac Kids, and they certainly deserve that name today.
Well, Charlie White, the whole
whole football team, but Charlie White's performance in that last drive is phenomenal. It's been that way all his career. He's the finest player I've ever been coached. But you got to look at this football game and say, there's no better show in the country. Both teams played great football. The Ohio State team, I thought, was super. I didn't think they'd ever let us in the end zone, and it was a great game all the way around, O.J.
Well, Ohio State came in rated #1 by one poll, and they certainly was deserving of that rating. What do you think SC should be rated now?
Well, I don't know exactly. I think I got to sit down and look at Alabama. For me, we should be rated #1. But a lot of people, there's probably 2 #1 football teams in this country, and I think we're one of them. I'm sure Alabama's an outstanding team, too. But I can't think of anything. There's nothing else other than this football game for me. This was a great football game. God, how lucky can a man be to be involved in something like this?
Well, Coach, congratulations. I know you want to get in the locker room with the guys. Hey, let's have a few more, huh?
Oh, yeah. O.J., it was great. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, it's you're talking about...
That's all right, O.J.
You know, you talk about champions. You know, I've always stated that the champions play best in the best games. And let me tell you, Ohio State came here. They played like champions. They played a super football game. It's a shame that they had to lose the football game. But once again, Charles White is voted the top player in the country this year. In his performance today surely proved that he is certainly one of the finest players that ever played collegiate football. I'm proud of him. It was an exciting show. Hey, I'm just happy. I'm happy that the team won. I'm happy that it was a great game. It's a great way to start the 80s. It looks like it's going to be a super decade for sports. Dick, back to you.
All right, O.J., great job. O.J. did a terrific job in restraining himself throughout the day. I thought I detected a little cardinal and gold coming out in his chat with John Robinson. To Coach Robinson, congratulations on his victory. To Coach Earl Bruce of Ohio State, you're taking a proud band of Buckeyes back to Columbus. Thank you for an outstanding afternoon.
I think everyone can be proud of this day.
Indeed. The executive producer of this 1980 Rose Bowl game, Don Ohlmeyer. And of course, so many people responsible for the presentation of this Rose Bowl Classic on NBC. NBC was the very first network to carry the Rose Bowl in 1927 when Graham McNamee was the play-by-play announcer. And there were the Bill Stearns and Harry Wismer and some of the great men who called the games in that era. And then nearly 30 years ago, in black and white, NBC television carried the game from Pasadena on television. And Mel Allen called the games in. And Lindsey Nelson also had the privilege of sitting in the seat of which I occupy now. And my friend Kurt Gowdy did the last 15 Rose Bowls. And it's almost a cliche now, but it's really an exciting way to start the year.
I don't think they could have had a more exciting game to play with, nor a more beautiful day to operate on. And again, I would have to say that we ought to offer our congratulations to this Rose Bowl committee. They are the people who put it on for us. They did such a fantastic job.
Stay tuned for that Orange Bowl, folks. Dick Enfer, Merlin Olsen, O.J. Simpson from Pasadena, California. Thank you for joining us. This 1980 game belongs to the University of Southern California. The final score, USC 17, Ohio State 16.